In today's video, we're going to look at DarkZero. They won the ALGS Championship 2022 in Raleigh, North Carolina. The video is provided by Elden Gate Gaming, the YouTube channel, so a huge shout out to them. I'm going to put a link in the description to the channel, and you guys can watch through the videos, and they have loads of great VODs up there. So yeah, this was recorded during my stream. I stream every day on twitch.tv/noiises. Be streaming every day from 1 to 2 p.m. UK time for about 6 hours. So come there. So tune in there to hang out and watch through some of these games. All right. So looking at their tournament win, I mean, they finished on 70 points. They were 15 points behind the most points, but that's obviously with match point, that doesn't matter. The thing is that where they've gained almost all their points in 2 games. I mean, like that's a 16-point game right there, and then that was the win, right? So they were already on match point by this point. I don't necessarily want to VOD review every single game because I think that's going to take hours, and I want to keep it condensed. So I think I'm going to VOD review game 7 to start off. We're going to go from there. I think I'm going to VOD review game 7. And then we'll watch. Obviously, we're going to watch game 9 because that's the winning game. But definitely we'll start with game 7 because it's World's Edge. We could definitely look at these 7 place 5 kill games as well. They might be really interesting to see what went wrong. Let's do that. Let's start off with them. Let's start off with them, guys. I want to watch one of these games at least. Hello. Oh, thank you, my love. All right, I think we're going to start off with game 4. Let's go into game 4. So judging by the zone chat, I mean, what they're planning on doing is rotating as quickly as they can from Siphon. That's, as far as I know, that's Zero's playstyle. Like he wants to rotate fast. Zero's the IGL playing Valk right here, so they want to rotate fast. Siphon is not the best POI, like South Siphon is not the best POI to rotate fast from, because you're kind of at the mercy of the North POI team, which is in this lobby. It's my boys, it's IG. So they opt to rotate around the south side, which makes a lot of sense considering they want to hit this balloon into staging and then probably Valcor into zone. Judging by this zone, like this zone is probably going to pull. I mean, I would say this zone is going to pull up to SSG, where SSG is currently sitting. They land here, which is why they're in God spot right now. This zone can do some weird shit though, honestly. But this is definitely like going to go Fisher. But it could pull south, like more south in Fisher on my cursor. But it's most likely going to be SSG, SSG spot. All right, let's keep playing this.
Got him too. All right.
So they're Valcoring here. They're not going to risk hitting the balloon because they can't. I'm just going to align this map overlay so that it fits better. There we go. That's pretty good synced up now. So you see them flying in here. DZ, Jim Burton. Yeah, so they didn't get a chance to hit the balloon, which is annoying. They had to burn their Valcor early to get towards staging.
Yeah, it's got pop scan, so I know.
I just realized they didn't have a beacon at Siphon, so they're getting in zone and hitting beacon in zone. This is the kind of shit that's like very risky, to be honest. Because if you look at this zone chat, like bear in mind they don't have this next ring, right? They only have gray zone. This first large zone is the only information they have. So it could be a harvester zone for all they know. It could be a fragment zone. It wouldn't be, but it could be. So like the opting to fly into staging early and then hit the beacon there is definitely like something you can only do with this comp. Because this is fucking risky, man. Like, what if it's a staging zone? They've just Valcotted into the middle of the lobby, like with 15 teams around them. But they, I guess maybe they made a judgment call based on how many teams they saw in staging that it wasn't going there. And the other thing as well you can do in this situation is like you can take note of teams around you and you know how quickly they rotate. And you can, if they have a beacon, you can use that information for you, right? So, I mean, let's see who has a beacon here. Alliance has a beacon. We know that Burger has a beacon. I can't see the Harvester one because there's too many player names in the way, but basically what you can assume is that if you can see Alliance like rotating quickly up this hill, you can assume Zone is like you know, going to be north of them. It's not going to pull thermal, right? That's the kind of thing that like you can definitely keep an eye out. But this is the kind of shit you can only do in the high level lobby when you know the teams around you. Like this is definitely finals, like or tournament knowledge. Unfortunately, if you're playing like a shitty tournament or scrims, you can't do this because you don't know for sure if what teams are gonna do depending on what information they have. So that's something to think about. What's up, Cam?
There's a box right there.
Wait.
So the bubble scanning beacon is staging right now. They're about to get info that it's going lava fissure.
It's fucking blue box and a blue bubble. Hard to fucking see.
Fucking hell, can't.
Front. He's like next to caravan. Flying up, bro.
Zero's coming. There's a guy in front. If you guys can't understand him, he is Australian.
They're running.
So this is NRG actually. The staging team. The staging team are really late. I don't know why NRG took so long to rotate here, considering they land staging and they have beacon. So this is a. I mean, Zone 1 is just about to close, and NRG has just left their POI. That's. I mean, look at Alliance up their ass. Like that's really bad from them. I don't know why they're so late. Maybe they got griefed on drop, or maybe they took too long looting. Honestly, don't know. But they should have been there way quicker.
We got like ramp. Actually, okay.
Rocker's solo? Oh yes, yeah. Okay, this was the game when. Did they die on rotate then? Who would have killed them? Who could have possibly killed them on rotate? Or did both his teammates crash? Like, Alliance didn't kill them. Burger couldn't have killed them. AD didn't kill them. They're the only teams that could have rotated that way to kill them. Unless GMT did. Unless GMT landed landslide and W keyed them. Maybe that is what happened. But I think GMT would rotate. I don't know. I'm confused. I do remember Rocker being solo though, and I can't remember why.
That's on Godrock.
So Jen's being shot from Alliance right now, rotating up from thermal station on his left. Let's go back into the full screen view.
They're going ramp.
Alliance moving ramp.
Where is he?
Zero should probably know that it's Alliance,
Yeah,
but
I'm staying.
based on the position they're in and the timing.
Big zip.
Okay, coming.
Same thing right here.
You wanna go?
Not much. Tag building.
Zero's calling to take building.
Two dead on the other side of the building.
This is GMT outside the building right now. GMT playing Seer, Watson, Valk right now.
I'm going in.
Bubble in. This is the power of Gibby right here.
This is one guy, boys. I'm breaking door.
Fighting. Here, go kill.
So I think GMT maybe got greedy out on the tracks there to get some kills. That happens a lot when people play from this position. Like people get really greedy to push out.
I think low ground.
His teammate's fucking door blocked. We can kill him though.
I mean, that was genuinely just a lucky situation. Like that is another reason why you rotate quick, because you can get in situations where teams are clashing heads in front of you, or teams are out of position, and you can just punish them. Like in this situation, they could have been fucked here if they. I mean, they wouldn't have been fucked because they could have gone back. There's actually no one close behind them, but you got to think of it as like a constant stream of players moving in, and they hit the timing perfectly. Like I've been in situations like this where we turn up in zone and, you know, for some reason teams are out of position or they've already fought or something, and you just get the freest rotate ever. But the alternative to this is they run up to this building that they're in right now. GMT is holding it, and then they have to turn around, run back, and when they're running back, they run into AD or Ascend or Scars, depending on the timing, or Zeta. Actually, Zeta's like close behind them as well, or even IG. So they could have died right here, like on the rip. But this is the kind of reason why you move quick, because it's high risk, high reward, and they got the timing right, and now they have a really good spot in zone. So they're just gonna Jen's gonna go and barrel up.
40 on the Watson, you good?
He's already got some barrels in here. Yeah, he's gonna get some more barrels down.
Get 2 kills.
He can have 6 barrels in this building, or 6 barrels total.
Yeah, come on. Back off, you're good.
And they also got the loot of GMT, and they have a Watson gen. Like they could not ask for a better situation right here.
Yeah, I got charge.
I think Dell escaped. I think Dell might have escaped.
I'm 9.
In fact, yeah, he did, because there's only 19 squads live, and I think Rocker died solo.
Where's the other box?
So I think Dell escaped, which means he can place another gen and destroy this one.
Yeah.
But still, they're vibing for a while. So looking at zone chat. Let's just take a look at what other teams are doing at the stage in the game.
Yep.
You got Furia holding the backside, which makes sense considering their land countdown. 100 Thieves taking it quite slow. C9 obviously hard edge. OG hard edge. AYM are landing. I don't actually remember, to be honest, but they are very, very late.
I got a split file. You don't need this?
Who just charged Havoc? What the
You can
fuck?
see the teams, like the
Oh,
teams
man.
in general know where the zone's going. Look at them. They're all clumped up around Lava Fisher. So each one of these buildings is going to have like
Oh,
at least one
fuck
team
me, man.
in them.
There's
Some of them
rank.
might even be sharing
Who's this, Jen?
depending on the comps.
Is there any heavy mag?
So at this stage in the game, like a lot of people wonder
Like,
like, what do you do in the early games? You literally, it's a lot simpler than. Why is he not picking up the heavy mag on the ground? I don't know. It's a lot simpler than a lot of people think. Like you just need to get into zone, and then you need to play. I mean, ideally, you play a character that allows you to cement the
Is that
spot.
fucking
Like
gay?
that's what Caustic's doing right now. Good comms from
I'm
Jam.
fucking freezing.
I got 4 hand warmers, dude. 2 in each pocket. I'm juicing.
That was GMT.
That's really good.
I heard. I didn't
No,
speak.
no
I didn't get
point,
to
right?
speak to Zero myself because I was
think
I was
I'm
COVIDed up in a
back
room.
away
But I
from
heard
them,
that
they die.
he
Go on, go
said. I can't remember who he said it to, but I
Not
heard
ran,
that he
we're
was
just on the front side.
Yeah.
he was feeling really shit. Like
I might go and check it.
around this part, guys. Like game 4, apparently he was like not
Yeah.
feeling good. Like he was,
Yeah.
his confidence was down. Like
I
he
mean,
didn't
that's
really have a good
Gonna watch
feeling about the
these, okay?
tournament. And I think everything turned around from
You like
game
Bob there?
7, but they did do well this game. So let's just see, you know, how the vibes feel.
I don't know. The drone's gonna scan him, but only they know. They key the bubble? Or key the guy?
Bubble, I think.
So is there a beacon in Lava Fisher? That's the question. Oh, I wish I could see the map, but I can't see the map because there is a beacon. I can see it. So one thing that you can do, one thing that the DarkZero might do is they'll take knowledge of the teams around them that are crypto, because those teams will get the beacon information instantly, right? And if the crypto team rotates, you bunny hop that spot, right? That's something that like
Judge.
if you're playing a comp like this without crypto, you should always be aware of doing is just acknowledge the teams around you that are crypto, and then you instantly rotate into their position as soon as they leave it, depending on the zone, right? Because they're going to get zone info earlier. But if you see here, look at the zone, it's pulling south. This is the other zone that I commed that it could be. So to my knowledge, this is going to end right outside their door, literally like either in the lava down here or like right here. That would be my guess. But yeah, so being aware of the crypto teams around you is like a huge plus if you're not playing crypto. I don't know if they're more successful than TSM, Cam. I think it's close.
Bro, I've just been pre-fired. Okay, I'm not leaving the house. What the fuck? He
Alright,
just pre-fired, Jen hit me.
I dropped
Zero's to win.
I got 12 still.
Fuck.
I always love to listen to like the comms of teams.
Fucking cold. Are we like under an aircon or some shit?
Probably.
It's fucking freezing.
Yeah, true, Cam. Yeah, I've seen that not free. I'm excited to watch that. I'm excited to watch that. Alright, should we skip into it a little bit? Let's just move forward a bit. So they don't have the zone information that we have, that the zone's going on them.
Oh,
Like,
which guy?
See ya.
yeah, they don't have that information right now. I actually remember, I think Fnatic do a pretty insane play right now and win this game. I think Fnatic win the game. It might pull right here. But we'll see, we'll see.
When your demo R3 is a lot better.
I'm going to skip into it a bit. I mean, in this period of Apex, it can be very boring because it's literally just wait for the
Oops, my bad.
wait for the zone. Like you're just waiting a couple minutes for the zone to settle. But
Oh, this house too, actually. I think it might be.
there
that.
is a lot of things you can do in this downtime. Like you don't have to just sit there. Look at this stick drift. Damn, the stick drift's nuts.
Bruh, my stick drift.
Yeah, exactly, Jen. Yeah,
Oh my god, man.
exactly.
Oh, Watson was cracked as well.
All right, so they're going to get zone
Yeah,
information
well,
here in
so
39
nice.
seconds. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 10 seconds after the info. Jen's just actually aimbotting drones. That kind of makes me a little bit sad to see, I'm not going to lie.
Please be kind.
Hey Ryan, what's up, bro?
Please be nice, EA. I know you don't want.
So they're about to get the zone information that we already have that is pulling onto them. So let's see how they react.
Oh,
Oh my god.
What are you saying oh my god for?
it's good.
We're fucking blessed.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
It sounded bad.
Yeah, it
We're
did sound
literally
like,
gifted.
oh my god, dude.
So you can see they're happy about that.
Yeah,
Oh my-
fucking 4, you dog.
Sharky, stop
Yeah, I-
dying. Stop being dead inside, Sharky. Be happy. Come on.
Jen's getting the vibes up. I love that. It's really important to have someone who does this.
Don't, man. I'm fucking ending it all.
A lot of like pro gamers are just sad all the time. So like, or they're just always pessimistic, right? So it's really good to have someone like Jen to just fucking, lift up the vibes a bit. That's really important. Really important. That honestly, chat, that's probably just as important as his beams. And we have the next zone information here. That obviously they don't have this info, but they know the likely patterns of the zone, so they know zone's going to pull to them. And if you look at this, they are fucking chilling. If you can't see that they are right here, settled down in this building, they're going to be in the next zone. The one thing that they need to like really keep in mind though is the fact that this building is going to be pushed by when the zone closes. They have to hold out their east side, right? Which is going to be C9, AD, maybe Skittle, depending on which way they rotate OG. There's like a no man's land here, and you want to try and hold them out there as best you can, and don't let them up to your building because they're going to take your roof, and they can really fucking make your life annoying, and you can get stuck in that building. All right, let's play on. It was really
Come
really
fly
good.
in.
Thanks,
They're coming-
Paradox.
that
It was
shit's
really
fly-
good, man.
Yeah, look, come, charge this, come.
Yeah.
Look
Okay.
at that, look at that.
I'm good,
Watch
thank you,
the
Ryan.
fire, okay?
I'm good.
You guys got that.
Appreciate you asking
The
them.
Valk here.
My boy Johnny got knocked.
20.
He's flash.
Fuck. Item 30. Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Bubbed.
Oh my fucking god.
So the kills they have already is from
Phoenix.
GMT. They got
dead.
1 kill and 1
Car?
assist on the GMT. Or Jen did specifically. They got 2 kills on GMT.
I don't know.
So that's already going to give them 2 points going in.
I kind of wanted a car. You don't have Bob yet.
25.
I kind of wish I had Zero's POV, to be honest.
Gotta try a car.
Bobbin 16.
Taking fucking. I'm breaking the jet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They
1,
got
2, 3,
pass,
4,
pass.
5.
You're in that
so-
front line probably.
So they're keeping an eye out for Valcourts right here.
Yeah.
100 Thieves Valcourting to this corner zone. This is exactly how you play the Newcastle
Yeah, man.
comp. Like you play,
Low
you
ground,
Valcourt
maybe?
into the edge. You place the wall down so your angles are secure. Place the gen down. You just survive. They're really good at making that work.
The seal wall.
So I'd say based on this zone, the team in the best position is Zeta. Like by far, it's Zeta. Like Zeta is in game-winning spot right now. They have cover. They have like
Valk and
positioning.
One, yeah.
But the thing is, chat, is Zeta's in game-winning spot. But there's definitely like 3 or 4 teams that can win the game from this position if they make the right plays. One of them would be 100 Thieves, because if they clear their back right here on the north for them, they can work this building, and if they win the building, they can also win the game. Like that's a very powerful position as well, especially if you win the roof. Yeah, Zeta's playing the train cart, to my knowledge, or are they low ground? Wait, maybe Zeta's low ground. That's not as good as I thought. Yeah, I think Zeta's playing low ground, not in the train cart. I think they're on the ramp. I'm not sure actually. If the map is correct, they're on the ramp. Yeah, they are. They're low ground. Sorry. So Zeta's not actually in as good of a spot as I thought they were. But I would say 100 Thieves, SSG are in a really strong spot. Honestly, Alliance can do like wonders from this position. If you come up down this south side here and you take this south part of zone, you can wipe the low ground and like get like a top 3 finish easily, which I think is something they're going to try and do. We'll see how it goes, but let's play on. Obviously, let's not forget,
How the fuck is that?
in Valkyrie meta, anybody can win with a fucking random Valcourt, and that's exactly what happens with Fnatic.
Anything else?
It's Optic dying on edge right now.
Where did I walk? I don't get
So you'll see in a minute, Fnatic's going to fly in. They're the team that win this game, spoilers.
Boys, maybe here, come.
I'm placing it, Doc.
So this is what I was saying earlier. Jen's now watching his east side because they have to cross the no man's land. He's telling them to come.
They're gonna fight,
That's the one.
Kevin.
Because he knows that
Yeah, they're gonna fight.
they don't want to let a team like fully be able to push them from that position.
Caravan, look.
I can see choke team.
Yeah, you guys
24
got that.
flash?
You guys got that.
Another good comment from Jen, like saying that his teammates can watch that. He's gonna watch the other angles, other threats.
Fuck choke.
It's really helpful.
They're getting fucking caravan as well.
They just got the next zone information. They know now. They know now to focus east. But they haven't calmed anything yet.
Fuck's it,
45 out.
Oh, 20 flash. Jam video?
40.
I hope you guys didn't hear that.
Team ramp still.
They go Ram.
See it cracked? Cracked on my right.
Yo, Otto, Ryan, thank you for follow, guys.
Hit that guy flash. I have no weapon.
Yeah, so Sharky and Zero right now are poking out east side, trying to clear out that side because they know that when zone closes, they have to worry about that. They don't want to get stuck in this building. It's just not going to go well for them if they get stuck in this building.
You take my light.
I mean, they can make it work because the comp they're
180.
playing, but like
Yeah,
ideally they don't want that to happen. Let's check them out. So as you can see, they're all three at this point focusing on the east side, like trying to clear it. In a situation like this, chat, there's no need for them to worry about their west. Like no one's going to push them from here because they have position. It's the teams outside of zone they need to worry about. So Ascend is a threat.
Give me a
C9 and Fnatic are a threat.
Grab it.
Burger will not push them.
if you climb up,
So you see Ascend now running up towards them, looking like they're going to push, but they're about to get pinched. So just one thing to mention about this real quick, like everything in Apex, especially at like a high level, is just avoiding a pinch. Like every single thing you do, whether it's early game, late game, mid game, you just want to avoid being the team in the middle of. You want to avoid being the meat in the sandwich, right? You always want to be the bread. Della's still alive? Oh, of course he is. Of course he is. So, like, let's say Ascend. If Ascend push up this ramp right here and try and take the fight with DZ, like, there's no way they win that because they're going to get pinched from their back, you know? And it's the same thing for Zeta. Like, Zeta will not ever leave their spot right here to fight this team because IG or 100 Thieves or any of these teams can come up behind them and pinch them. So, like, a really important part of this game is to use the map terrain to put yourself in a position where you cannot get pinched. That's one of the things I really like about what 100 Thieves have done, is they've put themselves back to zone with the new castle wall, so there is no way they get pinched here. Like, no one can come behind them because the zone is there, you know? Same with Team Liquid. Team Liquid cannot be pinched right now. But teams like Ascend, Alliance, EXO, C9, Fnatic, they're in these teams coming in from the edge have such a difficult time trying to make sure they don't become the meat in the sandwich, you know? It's trying to say the bread. That's why edge play is much harder than center play. Because you have to try and avoid being the fucking meat.
right there.
So you see Ascend went back once they realized there's a team on the right. Kishera called to go back.
You wanna stop armless? These guys are...
And what will happen as well is it will make it this a lot easier for DZ to hold because every other team's going to cuck each other. Like, so they probably won't have to worry too much about actually holding the spot because the other teams are going to help them out.
I'm just gonna heal his Sharky's
Don't
armor.
come in, Chucky.
I'm looking.
They're running into us.
So I think Alliance just Valcoid.
Dead.
Exo Valcoid, sorry.
Give me 30.
So you see them hard staring east right now. This is their threat. A zone's coming in. This team has to move.
15 on that.
This, I think this is C9. It might be Ascend.
Fine.
14 squads alive right now.
Underneath.
This team is dead, chat. This team is dead. They're Valcoing or they're dead. Yeah, see, look, here they Valcoid and they're dead as well.
In the ditch, in the ditch.
They're bubbled. Chappy, go,
Back
go.
there.
I think this is C9. Yeah, Naughty just got knocked.
I'm picking up.
So they're going to have to run ramp. They're basically just fucked here. And this is the powerful thing about holding a spot in zone as opposed to being on edge.
Don't you buy?
Team at the house.
Alright, so now when the zone closes, they've cleared their side. They're in a really comfortable spot now.
Cut. They're coming.
Zero's calling carts to pressure that.
Nading them. Ate it.
Alright, let's just take a minute. Let's take a breather here. Let's take a breather. Alright, in this current position, they've cleared their back, right? Their back is completely clear, like as in they have this whole segment of zone which is their property as their real estate. If you look at where zones shifted, it shifted north, and I mean Fnatic took the spot that, you know, they shouldn't really have got, but they've alcoholed for it. So now if you're DZ, you have, in my mind, you have one choice. You have to pressure EXO. You pressure EXO for this south side of zone, and you do it whilst these teams are stacked up, okay? So you know if you can identify there's two teams at this building on your north, you can start pressuring the west, yeah? And if you do it now, you'll have maybe 20-30 second window to kill them before these two teams wipe one of them and then the other one can shadow you, if you get what I'm saying, yeah? So the priority for DZ now is to pressure cart, force them onto low ground, win this position, hold their back and then move into zone and take the 3v3 with Fnatic. That's kind of the way that you like approach the game. Is it's how can I take a 3v3 into zone that will if I win the 3v3 I'll get into zone. And what a lot of players do, especially like not pro players, like players that are up and coming, is they just try and get into zone and they don't think about like fighting. Like they try and avoid to fight. But in a situation like this, if you take one 3v3 on EXO and you win it, you have one more 3v3 on Fnatic, and then you're in zone. The other alternative is to Valcult. So let's see what they do. Let's see what Zero calls.
There's team underneath in front of me, 3 kills. Here.
Right now they're focusing on kills, which I don't know if they should be. They got 1 minute. They got 1 minute 20 to get into zone.
Give me 7. Give me give me.
I'm not sure what Zero's
There's
saying.
3 kills.
Yeah, I'm looking.
All right, I think Zero's just focusing on getting the KP right now, which is fair enough.
Nothing zone hard. Alright.
He just noticed zone's gone hard.
45.
I think he said.
Can I swing this?
Caustic.
One.
They're in front of us. Give me in front of us.
There's
Give me
actually
time.
Caustic one.
60 flash, one.
Caustic dead.
Give me. Give me.
Chat. What they're doing here is they're putting pressure and time and energy onto getting KP instead of getting in like placement, right? This is just a decision they've made, and we'll see how it plays out. But they're getting KP from it, so technically it's not a bad decision.
I got the kill.
But as you see now, they have 45 seconds to get into zone, and now Zero calls they need to call carts. So he's
Just healing and then like.
He's taken 45 seconds to get a KP, and now they're focusing on the rotate, but they only have 37 seconds to do it.
I don't know how the fuck.
And now Zero realizes, and he comes to play for low
Are
gun.
they still cards?
I don't see. They're not peeking me. I'm on roof.
I don't
I'm on
see
roof.
29 seconds.
They're not peeking me.
The pressure is really on at this
I can
point.
go.
Yeah, I'm swinging. I think they might have gone.
Yeah, I'm going.
I mean, it's debatable as to whether the going for kills was the right play there. I think it probably was, but
Yeah, yellow.
now they have to take this 3v3 in front of them
Well,
to get into zone. Let's just look at this again. So Fnatic have moved up. Wait, sorry, this isn't updated. They went back to Valcult. Fuck me, I just got spoilers. Yeah, so they went back to Valcult because they were too late to their position. This is honestly, chat. This is what I hate about Valcult, because
Yeah.
it's like when your options fail, you just Valcult, and it creates a serious element of randomness. Let's see how it goes for them.
We take that rock.
Which rock? This one?
Is that in zone? It's in zone.
Yeah, they're taking north side of bone. This is a really good play. This is a really good play because their back is clear.
Truck's really good. I'm going truck. They're nading
Some vert nades on Gen. He's fine though. Gen should prioritize gassing, which he is. Gen's like one of the best calls there is.
They're fighting, right? No, just shoot.
I have 4 cells, no bats.
So Gen needs, if Gen can, he wants to get a barrel on them on his teammates on the right. He's gonna do it now. There you go. So now Zero made a really good comp. Don't take damage. Like the idea here is just chill. Like there's no need to rush anything. You see them. This is just a recap for what we just saw. They're Valcotting over right now. EXO Valcott as well, and Fnatic hold the position. Like no one challenged Fnatic, and that's how they won the game from this spot. I mean, if you look at this zone, chat, imagine it as like a pizza. Fnatic has half the pizza. Literally half the pizza is one team. And then the other half of the pizza is going to have to be cut up between all these teams. And I mean, that's just how they win. It's that simple. Alright, let's just skip. Oh, fuck. Let's just skip once more
I can
into
pick
this.
over. I might get cravered.
Far side.
I'll try to get kills. Hold up. There's bubble there.
So they're at top 9 right now.
Come to me, Zero. Oh, Kraber.
No. Holy fuck. I'm 1-1.
What's up, Jordan? What's up next?
I'm 0 cells.
I'm 4-1 still.
Communicating the meds.
We need to fucking go to the back side of the door, barrel their doorway, and climb on the roof. That's the only thing
Okay, should we do it
now?
now?
No. I'm so close.
Alright, that was a really good combo by Zero.
Sit on their back door with barrels.
That's a really good combo by Zero.
Oh,
Pretty kills,
what?
yeah.
Just-
There's him with legs, bro.
I need a cell shocking.
Should I come to you? I
Yeah,
might have
probably.
to. And then I'm gonna have
No, I'm
one-
good
one
next.
bat.
What the hell was that?
0-1.
That looked like a super glide, but it wasn't.
I'm
That's
1-1.
Kraber looking.
They're
Kraber staring.
So they have to
Kraber staring.
cover this, like they have to cross this gap right now, and they really don't want to, like,
I just let it.
they're gonna have to waste their bubble here.
You need to cross their door, I think.
Yeah, I will. Okay, wait.
I think they have to waste their bubble to get across this gap.
Maybe just tank it, I think.
I need a bat.
I think
Right.
maybe
I'm zero.
I've got
Cross their door.
that.
this is a rough spot for them right
Cross
here,
their
guys.
door, move.
Yeah, I did, come.
Above forward.
There you go, Sharky bub forward. This is a good bub. Jen has aimbot. And now they're basically like fucked. Like they have to sit in one corner, tank the skibby ult. But right now they're losing all their space and they're just dead. I mean, chat, like, if I was to take a second there to think about what they did wrong, I honestly don't know. Because the thing is, like, I think Zero made the right play to not cross to the doorway early, because if you cross early, someone can swing your right, swing your left, and you can get fucked, right? But also leaving it that late, teams just started looking at them. Because I guess one thing you need to consider is at this point in the game, what's happening is the teams in the building, which would be SSG, Ascend, I think that is. Yeah. If you imagine what their comms are, oh, there's a team north of us behind the rock. They have to move. Focus north. Both like the team downstairs and maybe the team on the roof, or they can't really peek roof actually because there's a team on the south, but definitely the team downstairs. They're just going to dump all their utility on DZ, which is how they got so fucked on the cross.
Okay, should we do it now?
No, I'm so close.
I think Zero, like I understand why Zero says to do it on zone close because you don't want to draw attention to yourself early, but the thing is that other teams got like caught wind of the fact that they have to move here. And as soon as Sharky burns bubble, which I don't think he made the wrong play doing that, I think he had to burn bubble there. They would have fucking died if he didn't bubble. But as soon as the bubble's burnt, they're dead. The GBL comes down, they're just dead.
I'm gonna syringe. I'm the hills. I'm the hills.
Yeah, look when the bubble comes up, they're like collectively like a 225 HP, all three of them. That's like one healthy spray by a flatline, and these guys are all dead. So it's difficult. But I mean, there's still not a bad game. Still not a bad game. All right, let's move on. So that was game 4, the first game where they got some serious points. They got the points from GMT. They got the kill on the fight at the building. I'm not sure what team that was actually. I can't remember. They got the kills on C9 as well. Let's move on to game 7, shall we? Game 7. I love looking at this. I love looking at this chat. It looks so cool.
We're just carting at the middle.
All the like, it looks like a Christmas tree. Yeah, maybe Uda, maybe.
I'm taking card over to 0.
God, early, too early.
I looted most of it. I just have 2 pins.
There's no way.
I did.
Alright, look at zone. It's basically the same fucking thing again. But I mean, the main difference between this zone is how much further north it is. Like, look at the edge of the zone is in Trials. Last time, the edge of the zone was like south of Trials. So this zone is going to pull.
I can go over now.
Yeah, frontline Eva.
I mean, this isn't quite far enough up to be Trials because there's not enough of this doorway in. But like, it's also not going to be Skyhook. It's not going to be Market. It could be a throw zone north of Countdown, or it could be
I'm coming, wait.
like one of these zones that is on my cursor right here by Panda's Furia.
There's one.
All right. Oh shit! I just realized what I'm witnessing right now.
No, on balloon.
So because they're South Siphon, they want to rotate north. They want to take the North Balloon. North Siphon team, which is IG, were too late on the rotate. Jumped off the balloon, they just get fried on rotate. I remember watching this live, I was almost crying. Poor IG.
He just lit up high ground. I'm gonna kill him before he gets
Yeah, but Watson's one.
So they're looking for these kills right now, which makes sense because they are free.
Yeah,
They are free KP.
Watch you over you.
They're also triple white. Like they had terrible loot because of how quick they're moving. It's 150 right now, and they're in North Siphon. Like they're rotating quick.
Nice.
Oh, we should just go back now.
Where was I when IG died?
We should do it.
In my hotel room, crying
No, he's right here.
with tissue. Yeah, exactly.
Give it a shotgun.
So that's going to slow down their rotate, but they get loot from it and they get KP, which is easily worth it.
So no.
Let's rotate.
Did we not get a blue? That's actually tragic.
Well, Jen did loot half his fucking POI.
Well, was it worth 2 kills? It is. Fuck it.
You love that. You can hear they're having fun.
That's like crafting maybe.
That's good.
Drop off. I dropped off.
No, you did not have to drop off. Oh my god, that was such a throw.
Drop off.
Jen drops off so late here.
That's like crafting maybe.
Look how close he is. He's literally like 1 second away and he drops off.
Drop off. I dropped off.
I think he knows it was wrong because of the way he commed it as well.
The solo's here.
I'm on you.
I'm going for the solo. Bring the play me.
I'm going bridge.
Go bridge.
This is a mess. So Zero just landed on the solo.
Find it above me, okay?
Sharky's trying to support Jen.
This team has no idea about us. I want to just.
K9, thank you for the 21. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
You get it?
No.
I mean, they got out, but that was a bit of a mess, to be honest. But I think Jen realized like very quick that that was not the play.
So good though.
That was not the play that
Hard calm, to be honest.
to make.
Alright, I'm rank close check.
So you see them running here. VJ and Ascend is up on their right, but they're not going that way. They're going left. They're going left towards zone, which makes sense. They're probably going to rotate landslide away.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the amount of teams already in zone, chat. Like at least half the lobby. 10 teams.
Nah, as long as you fucking beam them.
This is going to be interesting to see how they rotate here because they are so late now. The zone is closing and they're in Harvester, like Harvester choke. Like they are so late.
The Watson peaked like right as I fell as well.
They could have saved a bit more time if Jen didn't jump off there, but honestly, the main reason they lost time is for the KP, and I think that's the right play. Yeah, it makes me want to play as well, Rumi.
Man, just gotta keep running at that point. Don't fucking just drop it there. Jesus Christ.
Oh, then find the V cunt.
Sharky doesn't need to say that.
I just turn around, so.
This is the kind of shit a lot of teams do, where they're like VOD reviewing in game. It's really bad for team morale.
Oh, I know.
Not necessary a lot of the time. You can just talk about it after game.
Play Valkyrie like normal.
Honestly, vibes are everything, chat. Like,
Good on.
people won't play well unless they're comfortable, and people won't be confident unless they're comfortable. And if you're not confident, you're just not gonna do anything. So they're Valkyring over the landslide choke right now. This is not going to get them into zone. It's going to get them like fairly close to the middle of zone 2, but it's not going to get them to endgame, you know, endgame zone spot, which is where they want to be. But they are so late. Oh, it looks like they're opting for a skyhook rotate. So I think the reason they're doing this is because they know there's going to be more playable space available in skyhook than there is in countdown. So there's no point rotating countdown at this late in the game. Go skyhook because there's going to be more playable spots. Especially with the comp they're playing, it makes sense.
Team in front of us, we can shoot.
That's a bit
Blue bag. What do you have?
of a troll peek there from Jen.
Go on.
But he realised it and moved.
Wasn't.
Oh,
Hit 80.
oh,
I'm moving left. He's building.
This team's in a really bad spot. They can punish this. I think Zero realizes it. That's why he's swinging left right now.
No.
no. I'm backing up.
At the
Never mind. Never mind. One of their teammates is over there as well.
Yeah.
I think this is Zeta. Yeah, this is Zeta right now. Now they're stuck really. They can't rotate any further,
Okay.
and they don't really want to give up the back.
I whiffed hard. You ran back in.
Okay, I think Zeta's gone back to Diner building. Actually, they have taken some space.
What's in white armor in bar crack?
Okay.
Do we look for this? I'm going set up green as well.
What's in white armor in bar crack? What's in cracked you can?
White armor out. I mean, what's it? Dark's on the stairs on me.
Look at Zero. You can see him like playing aggro,
I'm trying to pick him.
making peaks, putting pressure.
Watson almost
It's
cracked.
really important to have a player on your team doing this.
I can come look with you. I'm trying to set up.
It's a good sign of confidence as well. Teams that aren't confident will just fall over when someone starts doing this to them. They'll just start pussying out, giving up space, giving up utility. Jen's also doing a good job of taking space with barrels because it just it puts pressure on teams if you get barrels down close to them.
I'm 10-1.
I'll give you a bet.
One thing as well, chat, that it's kind of hard to talk about because you can't. No one says it, but This team is very well structured. Like Zero is IGL / like fragger, which is a really good role for him to play on Valk. Jen is like the main fragger, also like second comming a lot of things, and then Sharky's very quiet, but he's hard support. And when you have these roles defined, like you know at all times, like for instance here there was no comm to watch back. Like there's no comm for somebody to watch their back. Sharky's just doing it because he knows like that's his position or his role. So he's checking the back and he's checking the front and he's trying to support both. Like that's the power of having a good support player, is they just do their job. It doesn't have to be spoken about.
No, you should drop him back.
Yeah.
5.
I mean, in previous metas, that's why like having a good Gibby player was so important. But now, I don't know, like Gibby's not quite as good as he was. Or
He's definitely doing that's killable. Who else plays Watson with JMW skin?
I'm blocking this floor.
You know what JMW
JMW
skin that plays Watson?
I don't know.
No idea.
JMW skin. I don't even know what JMW skin is.
You want to try one clip one? Where's the other team? Is there a team in here?
Yeah, his team is.
Yeah.
You can hear the confidence in them though, like the way they're looking to fight. This is exactly what I'm talking about. That EMP was so bad. So now all they've done to draw out the other team's only offensive utility is just walk up and put some pressure on them. And now this team's wasted their EMP and achieved nothing.
Do you have no AP now?
Yeah, exactly. Look at Zero's coming it.
Try to fucking.
Hey, Valky?
They're Valkyrie.
And now they're Valkying. That's such a strange play.
Wait, 150?
One died! One died! One died!
back,
Jumping,
back,
jumping,
back,
forward,
back,
go
back,
forward,
back.
go forward!
I'm not sure what Zet was doing there. EU brain.
Dead, man.
Bob box here?
He's on the roof. On the roof?
Yeah, Bob top. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, do we have zone info? I think we do. Yeah, so look at where the zone's going right now. It's pulling slightly more fish away, but it's going to pull to where NRG Sweet is. If you look at the N, it's going to pull there, I think. Yeah, it's not Trials, and it's not going to go any further south. It's going to pull like right here. So I mean, honestly, if DZ can wipe their side and play under Raven, which is this spot on my cursors, this is actually a really nice spot for them to be in. But it's like highly contested. Yeah, this was the team that Fnatic had lifeline. You're right. They accidentally picked it. Fnatic seems
Yeah,
hilarious.
bring them all in.
Alright, skip a little bit into this.
Wait a sec. Give me the door. What's in bottom floor? You just bubble the bottom floor door.
Okay.
I mean, they're in a good spot, but they're not in a great spot right now. They have to figure out how they're going to take Raven. Oh, they're going to fight this. Okay, this is ballsy. I love this. This is the kind of game-winning play.
70.
It's confident moves like this. Instead of just sitting in the building, you're actually like taking aggression. You're taking initiative. This is Fnatic above them.
Going second, third,
Really good comms by Zero. Really good comms.
front third.
Cracked out! Can't push out.
They're pushing upstairs together.
No. They're holding PK.
Crack. Throw left line.
This is a little bit disjointed right now in this fight.
Yeah, there's a fence roof. But
I think Sharky could have maybe just bubbled in right there with Jen.
if you bubble upstairs, they can't stop you.
Yeah, see, that's now Zero's saying if you bubble upstairs, but I think what he's saying is you should have done that then, honestly.
Yeah, do it
But
now.
here we go. They're gonna bubble up, try and
He's
look for
there
this
with longbow,
fight.
do it.
That's Eucrit F holding with a longbow. Get some traps down, Jen. Oh, he doesn't have any traps.
Right there, but
Hey, now you just pick that stack.
If he had some traps, that could have been really easy.
We're getting shot from top.
Didn't have bub. Oh, okay, Otter. Did he use bub to cross then? Oh yeah, he bubbed in the front door. Yeah, you're right, Otter.
72.
100.
Yeah, you're right.
I got stuck!
That's so unfortunate. That's the power of ArcStars.
I'm jumping down
One
bottom.
top, okay.
I just bottom.
That's exactly what happens whenever you peek at a predictable angle. You just get ArcStar stuck like that.
Tell him.
And now you guys are seeing the power of
That's like a
Caustic.
stuck, man.
Because he had these barrels here set up, they can instantly reset.
Lots of lifeline, bro.
Without Caustic right there, they would just die.
You can go back up top?
I know what floor's free. Second free?
Yeah.
They retake second floor.
Bottom upstairs.
Fnatic are definitely playing a bit scared here. Like, they had opportunities there. They could look for things.
Go roof again.
No, crack,
No, no, chill.
30,
Yeah,
30,
I'm
36.
popping back, move.
Bear in mind, Jen still hasn't used Caustic ult yet. Oh my god, he should die right here.
I'm bottom.
Oh, he's so lucky. Holy fuck.
No, bro.
Now he's Caustic ulting.
What's the one? I'm
Oh my god, Jen.
He didn't-
Holy fuck, that was
Window
lucky. Zero got insta-thirsted.
I'm med kidding. I'm not gas.
What? 90!
Somehow they reset from this. I don't really know how.
Just chill.
He bumped my banner and leave? Or no?
I'm putting gas.
I'm not gonna lie, this is really messy. Like, this whole fight's been really, really messy. Yeah, now he's coming, we're getting fried. Like,
As soon as you two went roof, they just fucking...
stop VOD reviewing in game, guys. This was a bit of a mess. And you can hear it in their voices, like, they're saying, like, we got fried, like, it's not the good comms. That was a good decisive call from Zero there to move. They made the right call to get out of there, they got the banner.
What?
I hit the back 100.
But you
Now-
just get fried and bubble every time we pick in. Like,
Yeah, but I hit him 100.
yeah, but
I
you
just
got,
did
you got
the
like
exact same
170.
damage.
They shouldn't
I
be
didn't.
having any
I
of
was
this
like
discussion right
2
now. This is such a classic example of, like, just unnecessary shit.
Back down by the time like we
And
started.
then I got charged. Did you not see the charge from
Like,
Charles?
they don't need to talk about any of this
I
right
was gonna
now.
put my bat and then we're gonna go in. Unlucky that I got charged from Trials. For
I won't have
860.
ult.
They could literally be full fucking running into a team right here, and they can't hear a thing because they're just
know.
bitching and whining about shit that doesn't matter.
Doesn't
There's
matter.
an Excel somewhere.
You just have to figure it out.
An Excel, yeah?
Like, it's a high pressure environment, so like it makes sense that they would definitely be like they would say things that they like wouldn't do with a level head, but like that's the kind of shit you just don't need to do. If you look at like any professional sport, you don't do shit like
I don't know
that.
if I get it with an Excel even.
It's just not necessary. This is just this is a gamer problem right here.
I'm checking Zero.
Gamer
Yeah, yeah,
whining.
Excel.
I need double Excel. Probably.
Yeah, I don't have one either.
They should be spending 25 seconds right now figuring out how they're gonna get into zone.
They're Valkyrie thing. Yeah, the team above.
The problem is Zero.
Let's go.
The problem is Zero is the player that died. He's the Valk, so he's not gonna have Valk ult here. Even if he pops the ult cell, he's not gonna have it unless he finds like two.
Maybe.
Let's go look this guy.
Again, Jen's like
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm
suggesting he's coming really well.
Come
Like
with me,
Jen's comms are underrated.
Hold on, in a second.
Okay, there's this guy up there now.
I can give you all to push them off and we walk up.
Okay.
That's a good comm from Sharky.
Doing it now?
I think this is what makes this team so good. Is all three of them are like able to come when it
I'm gonna go
matters.
upstairs.
All three of them able to say what needs to be said when it matters.
I got underneath now. I'm peeking.
Yeah.
Really good traps by Jen, securing the spot.
We're good. There's a team underneath. Oh, we're good.
Back team. Back team, push. Close it, almost cracked. 60. I'm nading the door off. Oh,
Oh, that's unfortunate with the bubble landing there. Let's see how they take this fight with Scars if they take it. So it's Mandy and Taishin alive right now. So it should be Gibby Caustic, I think. Yeah, they can't push that. It's so hard to push.
they're fighting on the left.
Team out here.
See it cracked over here?
Thanks,
He
Effie.
has white armor.
Yeah, you're right, Otto.
I need heals, by the way.
I can drop.
I mean, if they take that fire right there, I'm pretty sure they just die. I'm not sure what they're doing peeking out like that.
Oh, maybe you.
Oh, Mandy was Gibby on, that's why he took so much damage right there.
They're bad. I 80 flash on Caustic.
Hey, I'll cost us.
Jen's doing a really good job putting pressure on these guys.
You're chilling. We're getting shot in the back, sort of.
They're arcing.
They're gonna push us next.
Scar's really looking to play aggressive here.
3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Bobbing back
I think Scars might W key. Yeah, here they are. They're bubbling wide. Sharky bubbles perfectly. This is a really good play. Sharky bubbled later than Mandy, so now they have second bub. They have time for Jen to heal. He still hasn't used Caustic ult. He's got one barrel. He can get a barrel in this bubble. He can Caustic ult like the gap between them and like if Zero and Sharky have any nades too, they can use it and just completely deny this push.
Get the right pillar.
So he's going to Caustic ult the space. Perfect. He should probably barrel now. I mean, he's beaming instead. I guess that's totally fine.
Shit.
And now Scar's push just got completely fucked because Sharky's bubble was perfect.
I gave you up yourself.
Also, bear in mind, chat, Sharky threw the bubble on his feet, which means that like it deploys quicker for one because it's on his feet, and two, it basically means that the bubble wide that Mandy did was completely useless because there's too much space between the bubbles. There's too much space for them to cross without dying right there.
Multi-team.
I mean, if they had a Mad Maggie, that could have been a different story. But with both teams playing the same comp, I think DarkZero absolutely played that perfectly right there.
If we can find a kill, we just walk to the rock.
Yeah.
Let's see if Scars try it again. I don't think they will. They've burnt Gibiel, they've burnt Bubble, they've burnt Caustic Ult.
Give me crack,
I
Dilly.
think you're gonna show in the back.
But
The
Vac's
bubble's
right.
here! Awful bubble, awful!
The Vac died, Vac died.
Okay,
They're raising.
I'm getting a left angle. I can't.
They have nothing in, like, they've got no
Yeah,
buff.
they have no bubble. They have no bubble. I got fried. I'm slow here.
Oh, fuck, Zero takes a lot of entry. That's not good. They might try and bubble out again. I think they're going to do the exact same play they just did. Or they're going to try and Valcolt. Yeah, here they come. They're going to bubble out right here. Mandy's going to get the bubble down. Wait, he's not bubbling. Okay, I must have missed him. He must have bubbled before. They just died right there. Yeah. I mean, if they had a bubble, they could have actually fucked these other.
I have one cell.
Where do you wanna go, Rock?
We have to go rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm healing here first. We're fine.
Yeah, they should maybe come
Yeah, no.
when to go rock instead of just go rock, but that's fine.
On you, Zero.
Hit him 70. Kill
God, this is such a mess.
That's it. I don't think it's 10, do I? Okay.
No, that's a good call. That's a good call from Jen to not send that.
10 seconds.
What?
back here.
Sweet.
Jen's beaming.
Wait, on me, Invictus. On you, dead.
Oh, no, that's...
Nice, armor swap. Perfect. If you get behind the rock, he has no barrels for 9.
I shot that, give me off.
He's just gonna sit tight here and heal. That was really well played.
Is it? Okay, I don't...
He's gonna die to this Gibiel.
Batting on me, just chill.
I got almost... I'm chilling, I'm chilling.
Oh, he's fine actually. He got lucky there with the RNG, the Gibiel not landing on him.
We're safe on me.
No, we're not.
On me.
Yeah, well,
No,
I
no.
need heals. I
No,
need
no,
loot,
I'm
man.
safe,
I'm
I'm the
looting.
medkit. Yeah, please, give me medkit.
Good come
I
from
have so
Jen.
many bats.
I need medkit. Do you have medkit?
I
Yeah,
jumped
they-
you on, Jen. I jumped you on. We got this.
Thank you. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that was a little bit sloppy, but again, like the comms were good. Comms were really good. What's your opinion on toxic vibes being normalized in professional esports? Do you think it's possible it can help? Toxic vibes being normalized can help? No, I don't think so. Hello. Hi. I don't know. It's not my style. Like I don't think being toxic in any situation is going to help a team improve. I think some players do benefit from a slightly more like macho environment, like a more masculine, like loud kind of like egotist environment. Some players benefit from that and they thrive under that. Like, but I don't. It's not my vibe. But I don't think it should be normalized. I think it should be the opposite. I think the majority of teams shouldn't operate that way. And then if a team or one or two teams do operate that way, I think that's fine. But I don't think it should be the norm.
Yeah, I'll get you in a sec.
All right, let's see. It's 10 squads alive right now. They just
Me queued from left.
Yeah.
absolutely wiped this out of zone. That was well played from them.
Cracked him.
And they're still in end zone.
Give me cracked here.
I jump bats.
All right, let's just take a second to look at the map and figure out how they're going to play this. Wait, this is not good. This is absolutely... All right, I think we're about here. Yeah, we're about here. So just looking at this map right now, I would say the number one threat is going to be TSM. Right? They need to work together with GMT to kill TSM, and then they can control the side of zone. So what they need to do is ideally two of them, so probably Zero and Sharky, because of course it can hold more space than the other two. Zero and Sharky are going to focus on TSM with GMT, so they're going to LOS GMT, so they can't LOS meaning line of sight. They're going to line of sight GMT, so they can't be seen by them, and they're going to shoot TSM as they try and move up the hill here. And then Jen is going to constantly hard watch this south angle and make sure none of these teams run up the ramp at them. I'm thinking mainly 100 Thieves in the tunnel could run up the ramp. Although they are still in zone, so there's very, very unlikely that they'd make that play unless they saw an opportunity. So yeah, I mean, already like just looking at this map, I can tell you right now, DarkZero are in such a good spot. All they have to do is stop TSM rolling them, and they're fine. Like they're going to get top 5, top 3. All they have to do is stop TSM rolling them here. GMT is never going to leave their spot. SSG will not leave their spot. They have high ground. 100 Thieves can run up the hill, but they won't with the comp they have. It's honestly, they could die to a random Valcolt, but they're basically vibing here. Let's see how they play this. So I think Jen's going to watch the back, and then Zero and Sharky are going to watch
I'm
TSM.
marking those fucking, that team over there.
Grab those bats, Sharky.
Yeah, so Jen's going back to hold the back.
I hit them.
Crack.
Arc them again. That's 3 kills.
Jen's coming now because he heard the comm of 3 kills.
I'm swinging.
Oh, I didn't realize TSM were in such
You're not
shambles there.
Saw you guys, saw you guys.
Yeah, again, Jen's
behind, I'm
coming. It's
behind.
all you guys. I'm watching behind. This is a good play from him.
him.
A really good play.
No, I'm stuck. Bump me, please.
Yeah, I bumped.
Good communication
I'm
between
fine, I'm fine, I'm
Sharky
fine.
and Zero there. I love
Don't
that.
die, don't die.
Yeah, I'm batting.
Solo Gibby.
I input 50 flash. I'm batting.
Jen's just controlling the space with barrels. It's good.
Somebody
gonna
watch the left.
Yeah, oh.
I've only
Yeah,
got
red.
60. I've only got
Straight
60 heavy.
So he just needs to make sure 100 Thieves doesn't run up that hill.
Yeah, Sharky behind you.
I don't know. I honestly find it so impressive that anybody could do any of this on controller. I cannot use a controller. TSM die now, so they know they're good now. That's why Zero just come. We're good. All they have to worry about now is maybe GMT swinging them from the right side, but that's probably not going to happen. They have a good spot.
Like here. I can't see though.
Jen's just fucking beaming.
Can we try to kill one clip bird? Then we win the game.
Yeah, see now Zero's coming. If we kill GMT here, we win the game. The team Bird he's referring to Raven under here. He's saying if they swing around here and kill GMT, they control this entire high ground. This is a really good play.
See hit 60, see hit 60. I think that's thing.
I
Yeah.
know. Here
I think that's the thing.
Yeah, could be.
GMT.
How many kills do we have?
Just,
Two.
I'm taking out 3. I got 1.
All right, let's see how they take this fight on GMT.
Bird, push over. Look here. It's C9, I think.
Zero, do you want to take wrap
Take
five?
bird, take bird. Grab
Yeah,
it.
that's good. Calm. Take Bird. They're moving up now because they saw the Zero. They're going to take all the space behind. They're going to control the space behind and put GMT in a pinch.
Hit 60.
There we go.
Take
Don't
him
look at
behind.
me.
Naski falls back. Naski wipes AYM right before.
Make sure you're chilling.
38.
60 on the.
They're just controlling their space right now. This is really well played. They got a triangle going with Zero in front. And now they're dead. They're dead because 100 Thieves is helping them from behind. GMT is dead here. So now they have to care for their left side. Make sure a team doesn't do the exact same thing. Because the only way they die now is if a team does the same thing to them that they just did to GMT. Let's see what they
We
come.
win that rock.
Landed
Team on the
here.
left. I'm gonna get.
And now a team just landed it. They're still in a good spot though. They cannot do what GMT just did, and they cannot give it the back. They have to stay focused here.
They're looting in front of me. Put Newcastle.
I'm looking left team.
Need to force the right team left.
Okay. You guys got that.
They're like on me though.
I just want to really quickly break down what Zero's saying by we need to force the right team left. So it's this stage in the game right here, okay? It's top 3. SSG Valcott took the god spot, pretty much. DarkZero controlling back of Raven. 100 Thieves is now pressuring. So remember what I said earlier about how you just never want to be the meat in the sandwich? Right now, if 100 Thieves keep swinging left, DarkZero becomes the meat in the sandwich. So the priority for them is to never let that happen. Like, there is no scenario really where SSG is going to be the meat. They're always going to be the bread. So SSG is in a game-winning spot right now. But the priority for DZ is to get in between the zone and SSG, or to force 100 Thieves in between them and SSG, right? So that's why Zero's coming to force the right team left. And by that he means he wants 100 Thieves to go down the hill. Let's see how they achieve that.
Dude, give me out.
Popping a syringe, yes.
This fucking Newcastle team to go back right.
Yeah. So Zero's making the good come here.
Like goated. They're gen right. We need to give you out left probably. I'm done. I don't know when.
115 on the caustic. I'm selling.
I need one back left, you swear.
Here,
I'm
here,
jumping,
here,
I'm
here.
jumping.
So they've had to give it the space now. This is not ideal for them. 100 Thieves has put them in a pinch. But they do have some cover here. It's not the end of the world.
They might pick over. They
Peeking
should get
over.
farmed if they peek.
No, they're not.
He's on my rock.
They are in a mad pinch right now between both teams. This is really bad.
Yep.
I don't know how they get second out of this. Let's see. They should get third right here.
Keep on us. Walk up to the rock.
Yeah.
Team.
Hold, don't push, don't push, don't push.
Yeah, I'm not.
Very good comm from Zero.
What's got in front of us?
Buying themselves time. 12 seconds in this bubble they have. And remember, 100 Thieves does not have Gibby. How the fuck did they get second out of this? They must just wipe them.
Give me one shot on you.
Oh, Space Station could die. Holy shit. That's insane.
Nah,
Nice.
Props to them.
Fucking
fucking
finally!
go. Let's go.
Let's go. Look at the vibes. The vibes picking up now. I mean, that was insane. Let's just watch that back on the map, because I honestly don't know what the fuck just happened. 100 Thieves somehow won because SSG were forced out the rock. I mean, SSG just aped. I'm not sure why. Oh, because 100 Thieves pinched them. So 100 Thieves swung on the low ground here, pinched SSG and forced them into DZ. That's actually insane. That's a really smart play from 100 Thieves and Vax right there. All right, so that's the game they came second. That game, like, almost put them on match point, I think. And then let's watch the game they won. So game 9. Bird. Bird is Raven. I call it Raven. It's basically the under trials. You've got these 3 like giant ravens with red eyes. Underneath that is a playable spot. It's like a really good spot in comp.
Or parameter. It should be.
They're their brains out, man.
All right, chat. This is the last game. This is the finals. This is the game they won. Spoilers! To win the championships right now. They're landing shipfall. This is not normal for them. They usually land... actually, to be honest with you, their landing on Storm Point is kind of inconsistent. Like, I don't know where they actually want to go, but they always seem to flex. So they... In Sweden, they landed... Sweden, they landed North Pad. I think they've also played around with Cascade Falls as well.
I need to craft.
I need an off too.
Yeah.
I need to craft.
But anyway, they're settling for shipfall in this game.
I'm grabbing a flat line on there.
They're landing in the exact same spots as Gambit were, but Gambit didn't make final.
I have 4 cells and a Phoenix.
Let's see how quickly they rotate. Zone is going to be Stormcatcher north of
Same.
Alliance
Yes,
here.
don't have beacon, crafting, so we can get beacon easy.
It's a really good comm from Sharky. Noticing TSM.
Let's say sprint to us, because we should pull down. Got a craft armor.
I just did a fart and it's genuinely just awful.
There's blue armors. But
That's actually making me cry a bit.
they're inside there.
I'm just gonna
Okay,
craft
no.
armor, go get one.
So they're hitting the crafter real
there's
quick.
two-
1 minute
there's two
35 on the rotate.
Okay, this one.
You can rotate a lot slower on Storm Point and still be fine. Basically, Gorilla, what he noticed is that he looked at the map and he noticed that TSM does not have a crafter. And bear in mind, shipfall, right now there's no beacon, right? So they have no information. So because TSM doesn't have a crafter and antenna, and they do have a beacon, you can assume TSM would have hit the beacon and they would have rotated quick, which means the POI should be empty, which means they can move in there and hit the beacon. But if TSM does have a crafter, there's a chance that they would hit the beacon, craft, and therefore they'd be there longer, right? But Sharky notices there's no beacon, there's no crafting, so they're likely to rotate, which means they can get the beacon.
I have a 2x I can drop as well.
Got one.
Drop the 2x next to the crafter.
I need an R9 if you've seen one. I have an alternator.
A lot of players chat
I'm crafting bats.
when they think they can win, they completely change the way they communicate.
Mike.
In my opinion, a good communicator is defined by a player who can communicate well when they are down bad, as well as when they're doing well. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of players find it a lot easier to have good comms when the morale is high, when they feel like they're gonna win. But when they're being shit on, a lot of players will just bottle up and won't say much.
10-4.
And that tends to be why the first game of a series is sometimes the most important. Because if you start off well, the vibes can be high and you'll come well for the rest of the games. But if you start off bad, it can be a little bit ugly.
Dropping you. Oh, you have one bat? Jackie?
Yeah, we're going.
Dropping you to bat.
I mean, they're kind of stacked right now, guys. Double
Yeah,
blue,
TSM
perp.
or some shit.
Jen's got a hemlock, purple mag.
I need PK as well. I'm a fucking user.
So as you can see, the POI is completely free. TSM left ages ago. They hit the beacon and rotated. Scar's coming in for a Brommer that has beacon as well.
Right?
So there's absolutely no reason for Scars to come in into antenna here. They have beacon and Brommer, right? There's no need for the Fish Farms team to rotate into antenna because they have a beacon. To be honest, there is no need for anyone to rotate into antenna
Kinda
here.
like Sharky. Just in case they do some dumb shit.
This is unloaded. Like, they're fucking hard heated.
Let's see. There's no way Scars are going to rotate into antenna here. They're just going to keep moving.
Yeah, it's not looted, like blue.
There's a blue and a bat in there.
Is that
Inside.
Iron?
The only thing to consider, chat, is that
It's sent for zone.
because this is late into a tournament, this is round 9 of a tournament.
Brings back
The one thing to consider is in match point format, a team like Ascend or IG or Zeta, I'm gonna cry, they might be more inclined to try and look for kills instead of going for position and just run around the map trying to fight people. So that's always something to consider. But they seem aware of it and they seem like, you know, focused. Let's skip into this a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, we know where that's going.
All right, here we go. So they're hitting the Valcult here.
They're fighting.
The Valcult over scars towards zone.
We're gonna go up right. Alright.
It sucks on this map to Valcult uphill, but sometimes you got to do it.
Yeah, we're gonna run up right. That's all we're doing.
Don't ignore that kill.
Yeah,
Okay.
run up right.
Okay, okay.
Oh, that looks so goofy with Zero flying up the hill like that.
Go look for kills if you want.
So they're setting up in this spot just under this giant stormcatcher thing, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Where?
Step back, just flee back.
No.
Force that team
you can look
back.
down the hill if you want. I'm setting up traps.
I'm watching down
Jen's setting up. I love watching a good caustic player, chat. It's really nice to watch because they prioritize barreling always, and they play around the barrels really well. Jen's one of those players.
I'm peeking.
You kind of are a scientist.
Guy here.
Look
Another
at
guy
the
there.
kills.
Yeah, I am actually a scientist,
Like
but
30%.
it's a bit cringe, isn't it?
Back's cracked.
So scars
Listen,
are killing Ascend down the hill from them right here.
Landing out here, right?
You see that?
Yeah.
If everything skips and I don't see anything. But we're looking for this, we're looking for this, we're looking for this, and we're looking for tree, obviously.
Listen to Zero's comms here. They're so good. Like he's presenting opportunities. He's presenting
Say that again,
options.
I didn't have my map up.
Okay, we're looking for this spot,
Yep.
but it get bullied by here. So that's this spot, this right
Yep.
corner, tree,
Yep.
building, and right.
Okay.
5 things.
Yep. Alright.
10%. But this
So they're gonna Valcult.
I'm
They're gonna Valcult soon, and they're gonna. It's 1 minute till zone closings. They're not even that late right now. They're not that late, guys. But look, there's still so many teams in the middle of the zone right now. But with Stormcatcher zones, there is quite a lot of playable space in and around the actual Stormcatcher building itself. And there's the 2 staircases. There's the building. There's the other building. There's the other building. There's like at least 8 playable spots that are pretty decent. So you can win the game from any of those spots if you know how to do it. So let's see how they play. I mean, we know what happens, but let's see how they do it. Ascend dies down the hill to Scars with a
4%
with a charge rifle.
500 count line. 2%. Yeah, going.
Alright.
All right, let's see how they. Let's how they do this.
I'll be looking right here.
Tree
House is
taken.
taken.
Tree's taken.
House is taken.
Good comms. This is a really good Valcott comms.
We're going right, I'm too low. Too low for this shit.
I'm getting beamed. Might die.
Wow, this is
I
interesting,
don't know where to
guys.
land.
I'm going spiders.
Okay, same.
This is so interesting. So I don't know if you guys realize what happened there, but they did not in any way intend to play from this spot. This was a fullback spot, and the zone pulls right to them. This is a perfect example of battle royales. This is, but you need to also appreciate that it takes skill from DarkZero's point of view, or from Zero especially, to go right and play it safe. He's too low. Like he's not taking risks, and sometimes in this game, the less like stupid risks you take, the more likely you are to be gifted sometimes. And in this game, they definitely got gifted with the zone. You can see how low they are. They don't even want to be here. This is a fullback spot. And then they just decide to play from this position.
Bubble if you need.
Yeah,
This is really
I'm
interesting.
I'm batting.
I didn't know this is how they rotated. I thought
It's gonna be
they...
a tough run, I might die.
I thought the zone was obvious that it was going
Okay,
here.
I'm looking. I can't see them, bro.
I'm gonna make it, maybe.
I'm trying to block
Yeah,
for
I'm
you.
You're gonna make it, Sharky!
I'm
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
You're gonna make it! He's fine.
Nice. That was a fucking rough rotate.
Yeah, that was a rough
Holy
rotate,
fuck,
but
I'm
the
actually
point is they're
1,000, bro.
alive.
Why do we
Wow.
fucking find out the air, bro?
I got like a terrible fucking.
Is your care team wrapping zone?
Good comms by Jen.
Well.
That's the Furia play. And now look, this is the bit... They don't know it yet, chat, but the zone starts to pull towards them and they win the game from this spot.
Down in spider.
Yeah, I'll watch you for a
So
second.
there's a team tree and there's a team building, right?
Yep.
Somebody stay up here. Oh my god, there's a medkit in the back right now.
This is
I can stack it.
so they're going to set up this position. They're going to lay some traps to the south of them in the choke because they know that's the most likely spot to be pushed from a team like EXO, or I think that might be SSG. Oh, no, SSG is here. Who's that? I can't see.
I need to shoot spiders because over here.
So did you hear what Zero said, chat? He said, I'm going to go shoot spiders so people know we're here. And the idea is any teams on the south down here, if they see all the spiders running around, they'll have an idea that a team's holding this high ground. And if a team's holding this high ground, you don't try and push it. Not in this meta, at least. Not back in season 13 or whatever this was. Because you're just going to die. Like, it's such a good high ground to hold. There's no point trying to risk pushing it. So Zero's just basically putting himself in the shoes of another team, and he's saying,
I'm just using myself.
he's saying, right, I'm going to do this so that other teams know not to come this way.
6-4. Yeah, I'm staying
It's
up.
preemptive. It's good.
Want to come?
The team Valcott's here, we're fucked.
They're blessed. No team was on that. They are kind of blessed, but the thing is that, I mean, they could have died right there, definitely. But the thing is, they didn't make too much of a risk by swerving to a spot that looked empty instead of trying to commit for a spot which would have been good in that what they thought was good, but they could have died for it, you know.
Here behind you, Sean.
They made the right play.
I wrap.
I don't know if we
Mine.
triple
They-
heard this.
One of them has white armor in the building.
Jen's making good comms that no one wraps through zone. It's only
I'm
zone
watching
2.
your user.
Someone
I'm
could
watching-
easily come through
Sharky
here
back.
I'm
and
really
fuck
far as well,
fuck
so
Sharky in the
that's what I
back.
mean, I'm watching your back. Man.
You don't have to.
Sound my wrap. Route 1.
Nah, they just won't wrap. They'd go Thunder Watch if I
Right,
wrap.
let's skip this bit.
Like where I am.
All right, let's see,
Did we
guys.
see this corner? It's definitely taken.
So they're just holding the spot for ages, but they're about to get the zone info that the zone's
One
pulling to
team that
them.
can do it, it's fucking us.
Yes, sir.
And you can hear Zero's
Watching
comms, like
you for
he's
rap.
filling his team with confidence. It's really, really important. This is the opposite to what they were doing in Skyhook. Like they're actually like giving each other confidence. Is really important. It's good. I love that.
100 days is true.
Hurry dead. I think our back's clear. Should I come to you now? Yeah, I'm just coming.
I mean, your back
It's too much
could
white.
definitely not be clear, but your back, chat, your back is not clear until zone 3 starts closing. So they have 2 minutes until their back is actually clear. Just keep that in mind,
I think
guys.
100 days is
Or at least that's in the current zone damage. That's the theory you should go by.
not right.
You're not safe until zone 3 starts
I'm
closing.
not trolling.
It's way too early for them
I
to
did
claim
not
that
see the tree.
they're
Oh,
safe.
pulls us! Oh
I
my
don't see
god!
the tree. I don't think it pulls us.
I think it pulls the tree, right? Well, at least north.
No, I think we play here actually.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be the crate ending!
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the crate ending.
I'm saying.
You can hear them feeling good about themselves now. I love that.
I think it is the crate ending.
Yeah, we
We
win
actually
up.
win the zone.
Just chill, chill.
Right, you think I'm not chill, God?
Re-
I've done all there is to do in Apex, brother.
Relax. Make sure no
We
one
just
lands
need a
here as
vibe.
well. Get fucking barrels over here, so like no one lands on our back or anything. We need to actually lock this fucking shit down.
It's good. I mean, this is good because Sharky's like keeping them focused, but he's also like he's also good for Zero to like, you know, get excited. It's good to be
Yep.
excited.
Fucking
The positive vibes are gonna
We
help.
need to play as far back as possible so people can't be behind us. Because no one's gonna be in front of us. No one
Yeah,
can
as
be
long
in
as you can
front of us.
out heal the
Someone's
zone
in front of us,
happy,
fine.
someone can always wrap on you. Someone can 100% come through zone 3 and kill them right now.
I should put a trap
It's
here
happened to me before.
in that spot. That spot's always
Especially on
bad.
this map with the
Yes.
cars. I mean, you'd hear them
Yeah,
coming, but
crossing
it's
the zone,
possible.
crossing back.
This is
Big
risky
fucking
from Jen, but he's early enough for it to get away with this.
Yeah.
You ready above me? They killed Newcastle! They getting fucked in front of me! Bubble team here!
Good
This
comms
is
from
three
Zero.
kills,
Really good comms.
I'm looking.
There's still
They both on them.
chat. If you take a second right now to look at the minimap, I don't know how well you can see it, but you see all 3 of them are quite far up. That's risky. If a team Valcots right now and lands behind them, they could die.
Go on!
One of them was going to comment, I think, though,
Nice.
Till they give me!
in a minute.
I can't
Go
see.
on.
Nice.
Maybe not.
Can it even enter? Enter, right? This sure can't enter, right? That's too great.
I'm going to skip it a little bit, Tess.
I did.
All right, they're about to get zone info. 55 seconds. I'm just gonna skip another 30.
I have an alternator still, so that's not good. I hemlock alternator.
All right, 20 seconds chat, and you're gonna hear them react to them getting zone. See a team next to them. That's probably
Actually, just can't
GMT.
hit this dude.
Oh, okay.
We'll come back, Jen. Maybe.
Yeah.
You reckon I should?
If
Yeah.
they monk you, like we need to be holding back anyway, not fucking up there.
He's gonna monk me.
I don't know, fucking someone.
It's funny they say
We
monk
need to be
instead of
holding
monkey.
back,
Oh my
so-
god!
Yeah, just
Okay,
come back
okay.
and chill.
I am.
Jen,
Yes.
how's it feel to be land champion?
Shut up! Play the game!
Bro, think I'm not chilling, bro?
Don't just shot my trap. There. In the...
There it is, yeah.
That's a really good thing to say.
Carry on
Yeah,
back.
just peasants.
It's just
I have a
get
chapter.
filling your teammates with the confidence that you're gonna win. It's such a good thing to say.
Carry our backs hard. We are chilling.
You can hear like the
Nope.
tone of voice, everything like that. That you can tell that they're feeling good about what's happening.
That left game is
This, the biggest skill to have is to learn to do this when things aren't going well.
I just shot in between that Gibby's leg.
That's something Fury does really well.
lands there, by the way.
Or I think it is. I haven't actually seen too many of their
No,
VODs,
no,
but
no, no,
from what I've seen, I think they do it well.
Where? Like there?
I have a trap there.
Yeah, I know, but it's the only thing behind us.
You know, so...
They're landing tree? Or building?
Building.
Like,
This is the part of the game chat where the Valcots start flying in. It is top 10 right now, or top 11. That's quite low, but it's because it's last game of finals.
I'm chilling.
Honestly, you don't really get distracted if someone says something like that because you're so focused on like you're so in the moment. Something like that just makes you feel
I
good.
think so.
I think at least.
fucking guy, bro.
I think it makes you.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
that
see
shit makes you feel confident. I don't think it's going to distract you too much, especially not these guys. Like they're professionals. They've won before. Like they know how to keep a level head in terms of
In
like
that corner, die.
focusing on the game. You know. I don't think they'll have any issues with that.
Holding your back spot still.
So 37 seconds, they've completely cleared their back. There's nothing for them to worry about now. Just Valcolts and then a team like just aping them, but no one's going to ape them in this position. Like they're super safe. If they just don't give too much entry damage, then they should be
They're
fine.
pushing up on the right side.
No, he hit the 80 behind all. 60.
But I'm 3-3.
52 cells.
I'm 4-4.
And they've still got meds. 3-3 and 4-4 is not too bad for zone 4 closing.
Can I go to the tree?
They got a lot of meds.
Yeah, you can. They're pushing each other.
I don't know, just make it. You'll get
Zeta and AYM are fighting right here in front of them. AYM just gets wiped.
Oh my god.
Zone pulls to them. Jen is still in where he is right now. Like this is an insane level of gifted.
Winning the game is all that matters. Just
Yes.
Do I have an opinion on Furia playing for second place?
5-2.
Furia didn't play for second place, guys.
4-4.
We're not really in there.
I don't believe that for a second.
It is.
No one plays for second place. They didn't play for second place. They played to win, but they played to win their way. What they mean by... I think what they mean by they played for second place is they didn't want to change their playstyle to try and win a game. They wanted to play their way and win their way. I don't know why they're saying they played for second place. They obviously fucking didn't. I don't believe that for a second.
Wait, on me.
I think they wanted to win, but they wanted to win their way. They didn't want to change their playstyle and try and win in a more passive format. That's what I believe. I don't know. I haven't spoken to any of them, but I don't. I think there's absolutely no fucking way they played for second. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I don't know who's pushing that narrative. I don't know if it's them or what, but like I don't know why you'd say that because with that much money on the line, no one goes, "Oh, you know what? We could win, but let's not try and win. Let's try and get second."
If I
Just the charge guy. He's shooting something else. Fuck it.
Yeah, but the thing you need to remember is if they change their comp to something to try and win, they're not going to play well because they play best in the comp they're playing. So there's no need to try and like play for second or change their comp to win because they've been winning with the current comp they're playing. So it made no sense for them to try and change their comp. Like it's just going to throw them off. All they had to do was just win a game playing the way they were playing, and they just couldn't do it.
That's the only safe spot after we have to move. Team on roof.
Yeah, changing comps that late into tournament makes no sense at all. Especially to a team that's not prepared for it. Like, they haven't practiced other comps. Like, game-winning comps, like, different comps, like Newcastle, Watson. They haven't practiced. Double Chunky, they didn't practice. Makes no sense. They're extremely good at what they do. Why change that late into tournament? Alright, sorry, I'm enough rambling about Furia.
Kill roof, boys, kill roof.
I got another one.
Jen's frying on the roof right here. They need to care for their left side in a second. The team's going to take that little forklift spot on the left, or the truck on the left.
Left is already moved.
Top 8 right now.
They're fighting roof again.
3 players dead, so there's potentially a rat and a duo.
Charge.
I got caustic.
Back on. Oh, the other right side.
Loads. Top 5 right now. Lots of teams just died. Remember, the less teams alive this early in the game, the worse it is for them to win.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, you are in the best spot.
Yep, just fucking shoot everyone. I'm watching left, hard. I'm not watching you, Zero.
Good comms, Sharky.
You make right go left, right?
Make right, go left. Yes. He doesn't have many bullets, though. Jen needs to be careful with his bullets.
We're fucking chilling.
You can hear the confidence in Sharky's voice. I love that. It's good to hear. Top 5 right now, guys. Every team is full.
How much heavy do you have, Sharky?
I have no heavy, I have energy.
They're triple perp. Jen doesn't have a lot of bullets, but he doesn't really need a lot of bullets at this point. He just needs to allow Zero to put pressure on with the wingman on the right there. It's perfect.
One, and then one back left.
Jen's got his Corsico. Sharky's got his Gibio. They're going to have bubble.
I'm coming.
They have Moby Res for some emergency cover as well. Like, they're in a really comfy spot here.
You just can't let the
And where the zone's pulling is they're going to get forced out from behind this rock reasonably early. But the thing is, every other team is going to be fighting. So as long as they hold the wall and control the wall, they're vibing.
You're gonna have to use ult one.
On these.
The building team is just gonna play like this as well.
Yeah. Of course to go. They're Watson though. We gotta destroy the generator.
Good comms, Jen. Alright, here we go. Zone's closing. They're going to get forced out fairly early here. But it doesn't matter because they have a lot of cover to slide into.
Can I knock on them?
Ideally, Sharky doesn't want to burn the bubble to cross. Nice. Really good damage from Jen there. Getting some traps down. And now they've crossed the wall. Sharky needs to cross the wall. He can't be too late to cross. He's going to bubble here. Don't bubble. Yeah, good job, Sharky.
Yeah, I do. You want to cross the
Yeah, cross over from that bubble.
That's a really good play from the Gibby there.
After the bubble.
The staircase.
So they course scout the wall to secure it and force them right into the other teams. Jen swinging with this. This is a really well played by Jen there to scare them away. And now Jen's going to swing, get some barrels down on this right side. He's just trying to thirst it.
Yes.
Yeah. Good comms.
Keep them. They're gonna get fought.
He's alone.
Let them fight each other.
Top 3 right now. So they're gonna swing left, I think, and just try and put them in a pinch.
I'm trying
Cross the cut. They are fighting.
Oh, they are fighting, yeah.
Balk.
And they've won. GG's.
Bubble.
Let's go, boys.
And congratulations to
Oh my god, Fallout, that scared the shit out of me. But yeah, I mean, they played that perfectly. Like, I didn't realize that they won the game from a position they didn't even want to get. They Valcoiled and they had to swerve right out of safety, and then the zone just pulls them. Like, that's a good example of sometimes in this game things go your way, and it's as long as you don't panic, you don't you keep a level head, you keep communicating, things can definitely just work out in the end. But yeah, I mean, that's it, guys. That's DarkZero's tournament winning performance.